Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Absolutely. Always excited to explore new depths.
Today we're going a little old school.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at Aesop's fables.
Aesop's fables, those are
They
classics.
are, they really are. We all probably read them as kids, maybe even had to analyze them in school.
Right, right.
But we're going to revisit one specifically. It's called the plane tree,
Okay.
and see if we can find some hidden wisdom.
I like it. Hidden wisdom in plain sight.
Yeah, exactly. Even as adults, I think we can learn something.
Hmm.
So, just to set the scene, in the plane tree, we've got these two travelers,
Okay.
and they're exhausted. It's like the middle of the day. They've been walking forever, scorching sun,
Ugh, I can feel it.
and they spot this huge plane tree.
Oh, wonderful.
And they're so relieved, they just collapse in its shade.
Yeah, that's gotta feel good.
Right, total relief.
Ah.
But then they start complaining.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, guys.
I know. They start saying, this tree is useless. It doesn't even have fruit, just a bunch of leaves.
Talk about ungrateful.
Right. I mean, come on. You're getting free shade.
That's the first thing you learn about trees. They give you shade. Exactly.
so.
It's like, hello, basic tree functions.
So the tree, being, a talking tree in a fable,
Of course, naturally.
it actually calls them out on their short-sightedness.
I love that.
Yeah, and basically reminds them, hey, you guys are enjoying my shade right now, aren't you?
It's so true, though. It's like that classic saying, you don't know what you've got till it's gone.
Exactly. But that's what I was thinking. Like, is there a way to know what you've got
Right.
before it's gone,
Right, right. Like, how can we be more aware of those things?
Yeah.
Well, the fable's moral, it says, our best blessings are often the least appreciated.
It's so true.
And that's a powerful reminder to be grateful, to be grateful for those simple things in life that we often take for granted.
Simple things, yeah.
Like, what are some things you take for granted?
Oh gosh, where do I even begin? I mean, clean water.
Clean water, absolutely.
That's huge. Fresh air, a good night's sleep. It's like we need these things to survive.
Yeah, we really do. And yet they often just fade into the background,
They do. It's like we don't even notice them until they're gone.
until there's a problem, until you can't sleep, until you're thirsty and there's no clean water.
Exactly. It's like they're these blessings in disguise.
Yeah.
We don't even realize how valuable they are until they're gone.
I love that. Blessings in disguise.
So how do we learn to appreciate these hidden gems?
That's a good question. I think part of it is recognizing that the most valuable things, they aren't always flashy or like instantly rewarding.
Right.
Sometimes their importance, it kind of unfolds over time. It subtly impacts our lives.
It's not always like bam in your face.
Right, exactly. It's more like a slow burn.
Okay, so like what kind of things are we talking about?
Well, think about a friend who's always there for you no matter what.
Oh yeah, true. A good friend, that's a real gem.
Or how about all the infrastructure that allows us to travel to connect with people, the roads, the bridges, the airports?
That's a good point. We just assume they'll always be there.
Right. Or even just like electricity. We flip a switch and we expect the lights to turn on, but there are these complex systems behind the scenes making that happen.
Wow. When you put it that way, it's amazing how much we take for granted.
Right. So I want you to think about your own life for a minute. What are the plane trees that you're benefiting from?
That's a great question. What are my plane trees?
Yeah. What are the people, the systems, the resources that you might be overlooking in your everyday life?
It's easy to get caught up in wanting more, bigger, better.
It is. But maybe, just maybe, the real key to contentment is appreciating those often invisible things that make our lives possible.
I think you're right. Contentment comes from appreciating what we have, not longing for what we don't.
Exactly. It's like complaining that Wi-Fi is useless because it doesn't make you a sandwich.
Huh? That's a good one.
Right. We focus on what's missing instead of acknowledging the incredible benefits we already enjoy.
So that plane tree in the fable, it really becomes like a symbol, doesn't it?
It does. It represents those unsung heroes in our lives. The quiet, steady forces that provide essential support, often without any recognition.
They're just there doing their thing, and we often don't even notice them.
Right. But when we do take the time to recognize them, to appreciate them, it can shift our whole perspective.
It's like a whole new way of looking at the world.
It is. It fosters a deeper sense of gratitude, of contentment, of connection to everything around us.
That's beautiful.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Aesop's The Plane Tree,
Yeah.
let's remember those key takeaways. Cultivating gratitude for the simple things,
Hmm.
recognizing value beyond those immediate gains,
Right.
and appreciating those often overlooked sources of support that truly enrich our lives.
It's about seeing the forest for the trees, literally.
Huh. I love that. And here's a final thought for everyone listening. What are the plane trees in your
What
life?
are your plane trees? Yeah.
Take a moment to identify, to reflect on the people, the systems, even the natural resources that you might be taking for granted.
It's a challenge, but a good one.
Because by acknowledging and appreciating these often invisible sources of support, we can cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude and connection to the world around us.
Something to chew on, isn't it?
Definitely. Until next time, keep exploring those hidden depths. You never know what gems of wisdom you might uncover.
See you next time.
Take care.